Hello, Sam-ariffic science fans! So, I mentioned vertical farming to my class, most of whom are farmers, and they didn't like the idea. I got curious why farmers was against this, and if anything they said were true, so I did some research and decided that today we're gonna unfold the world of vertical farming. Vertical farming is becoming popular in big cities like New York, Chicago, Amsterdam, and Tokyo as ways to supply people with food. In these cities, there's a lot less green space to grow food on, so some of things are being grown in rooms like these. But vertical farming can have another purpose, using less land. Things like this can also be done on a bigger scale and outside. Small plants also aren't the only plants that can be grown, but larger things like corn can be grown here too. How do plants get the food and water and things they need when they're inside these shelf things? Well, the water is delivered in a few different ways. Hydroponics is when the plant's roots are submerged in nutrient-rich water. Aeroponics is when the roots are dangled and a mist machine gives them water. And my favorite method by far is aquaponics. That's when vertical farming is combined with fish farming, and the roots dangle in the tank, and the fish waste is used as fertilizer for the plants, plus it gets water. The lighting method is unfortunately much less interesting. Most farms just use, drumroll please, basic LED lights. That's the same type of light that just lit up on my keyboard while I was scripting to tell me that I was in caps lock, type LED. LED lights have specific wavelengths of their red and blue lights, which makes photosynthesis by LED a thing. So yeah, in theory, vertical farming is possible, but there are problems with it just like anything else. So let's compare a list of pros and cons to see if it's worth it or not. Pros first. Vertical farming is very space efficient, which is good. Lots of farmland in North America used to be forests and prairies. But when European settlers arrived, that changed, and prairies especially are disappearing, as well as the animals that called them home. Because for us to eat, we need a lot of land. But that can change with vertical farming. Also, another pro is that inside farming can be done like a greenhouse to grow things year round or even things that don't grow where you live. There's also less need for pesticides, which makes our food healthier. But unfortunately, there are cons. First and foremost is the high initial cost. It costs a lot to build these, and in places like North America, where we already have enough room, most companies don't see it as worth the money. Am I saying that there aren't any North American vertical farmers? No. But what I am saying is that there may not be as many as there could be, or maybe even should be. It also takes a lot of energy, so vertical farms should use renewable energy sources like solar power or hydropower. And vertical farms also generate a lot of pollution. But then again, so do tractors. Tractors driving and working emit greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide or CO2. And especially during the harvest, these run a lot. As far as I can see, neither are perfect, but don't kick either out the door, especially since we still have to give back the prairie. One of the questions I had while making this video was, how does harvesting work on a vertical farm? As it turns out, it depends on the size of the farm. Small ones are harvested manually, large ones use automatic systems like robot arms. But of course, it depends on the type of crop. But let me know what you think. Will vertical farming catch on? Maybe one day future generations will look at this picture and be like, what is that? Comment your opinion down below. Anyway, that's about all for this video, Sam-ariffic science fans. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.